Good afternoon, everybody. Chag Haatzmaut Sameach. Welcome to the Israel Brief, brought to you by Lay of the Land on this very special day, Yom Haatzmaut, Israel's 73rd anniversary or Day of Independence. Yes, we are thousands of years old and 73 years young. I'm Rolene Marks, bringing you the top stories from Israel and surrounds every Monday to Thursday. Where can you find us, you ask? Well, let me tell you, we are on our Facebook page at Lottel's site. Like us, follow us, share our content. You know the drill. Or follow us on the Israel Brief on YouTube, and all you have to do to be notified every time we post a brief is click on the big red subscribe button. But let's get on with it, because I know you smell the barbecue in the air, as do I. So let's get into those top stories, and it's all about flyovers, barbecues, the president singing on TV. Yes, it's Israel celebrating her 73rd birthday, which started last night with the lighting of the torch of independence, and then a very, very exciting and moving ceremony as people were invited, or special representatives were invited to light various torches of independence, including an Arab Muslim nurse who said the Shema, the most sacred prayer in the Jewish religion, with a dying person during the coronavirus pandemic, much to the great pride of his family. He was one of the elected torchbearers. This was followed by singing and dancing, and this morning the very, very moving ceremony at Beit HaNasi, the president's residence, as he awarded 120 outstanding soldiers with special awards in the company of our Lieutenant General Aviv Kochavi, the Ramatkal, the IDF Chief of Staff, who very movingly paid tribute to our outgoing President Reuven Rivlin, thanking him for all his service to the army and to the state of Israel. A moment of great pride for us to see these incredible young soldiers, Arab, Jew, male, female, religious, secular, being awarded for their exemplary service. And just to add to the excitement of the day, where many of us are either glued to the barbecue or glued to the flyover, we saw our president singing on TV. It doesn't get much better than that. But then crowds gathered to watch the annual flyover, very excited to see that return after last year being in lockdown. This did not happen. Thousands crowded the beaches, all wearing masks, I must tell you, to watch this very, very exciting event. And if that's not all, we've also heard from the US Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, saying that he expects Israel's circle of friends to widen within the coming years. And President Rivlin, amongst all the things that he is saying in this, his last time celebrating Yom Haatzmaut as the president of the country, he is due to step down on the 9th of July as his term comes to an end, thanking diaspora Jewry, that's many of you watching this, for all your incredible support of the state of Israel. And we just want to echo his words. Thank you, all of you around the world, from South Africa to Brazil, from Australia to England, the United States, and everywhere in between. Thank you for your unconditional support for the state of Israel, and for doing that through watching and reading the content posted by Lay of the Land. It was also very moving to see images of various countries around the world, including Croatia, the United States, Lithuania, Brazil, lighting up national buildings in the blue and white as the symbol of the Israeli flag. A real day of simcha, of celebration, of joy, making that transition from yesterday's day of mourning and remembrance to today's day of absolute unbridled joy. So happy birthday, Israel. Chag Haatzmaut Sameach from all of us here. And I'm sure many of us, including myself, will be feeling a little fragile later, having imbibed a good amount of Israeli wines. In other news, more positive news, Khartoum, that is the capital of Sudan, is set to send their first official delegation to Israel next week. We don't have any clear idea when next week, but we do know that this will be both an intelligence and security delegation, and they are coming here to solidify the contract of the Abraham Accords, that historical recognition and normalization agreement. And it's really a momentous occasion, as the three no's of Khartoum, no recognition, no negotiation, no peace, turn to yes to recognition, yes to negotiation, yes to peace. And we're seeing the fruits of that right now, and we'll see more of that next week. And if that wasn't enough, we have the exciting news that the Abu Dhabi Business Exchange, or their Tel Aviv branch of the Business Exchange, has officially opened in Tel Aviv, attracting hundreds of business owners, entrepreneurs, investors to look at the possibility of cross-investment between Israel and the United Arab Emirates. And I can't think of a better way to celebrate 73 years of the State of Israel than ending on that incredibly high note. But don't forget, if you're looking for something to do on this Yom Haatzmaut, you can check out our website at www.layoftheland.online. We have your Yom Haatzmaut content covered, with articles from Martine Alperstein, Dave Kaplan, and myself talking about the situation of the day, the crossover from Yom HaZikaron to Yom Haatzmaut, why it's important, so much to celebrate. It's all there. It's also up on Facebook at Lottel Site. If you're there, give us a like, give us a follow, share our content. Don't forget us on our YouTube channel at The Israel Brief. Click that big red subscribe button and follow us on Twitter. Yes, if you like to be a twit like the rest of us who tweet, follow us there. And all that remains for me is to say Chag HaAtzmaut. Let me try that again. Too much wine. Chag HaAtzmaut Sameach to all of you from all of us. Have a wonderful, restful, and healthy weekend. Shabbat Shalom, and we'll catch you on the other side of this weekend. Catch you later.